Hello and welcome to the Open Country Craftsman channel. Today we'll be looking at the Lansky angle sharpening system. This is the deluxe version. It costs $50. The deluxe version comes with two more honing stones, the extra fine and the extra coarse. And I got the universal mount. There was two choices. The universal one actually fits inside of the kit. So we'll be unboxing those and using them today and seeing how it pans out. So got a little catalog of sharpeners, some instructions, honing oil. There we go. That holds the sharpeners. And these rods attach to the honing stone that later go in here. We'll get to that part. And these are aluminum, so they're really light. So that won't add a whole lot of weight to put in the case. There we go. That's the same stuff that this is made out of. This is also aluminum, very light. Okay, so these rods, you undo this thumb screw and the rod fits in like so, and it needs to be flush with a flat surface. That's bent a little bit. Let's tighten it. Bend it by hand so it's flush. There we go. Okay. Repeat the same process for each honing stone. There we go. Just pop all of them out of here. Okay. Now these are labeled on the top. It says 1000 grit. Hopefully you can see that as an extra fine. This one's 120. So you won't get confused by which stone to use because they're labeled. Perfect. Okay, last one. Okay, now we got these stones ready. As you see here, there we go. There's different angles. And it does say in the instructions which angle to use for the type of blade. right there. So 20 degree angle is commonly used for a kitchen knife. And I have this kitchen knife here. It's really old. I don't know if you can see that blade is just chipped and really messed up. So I figured this would be a really good test to see how this system works. There's a screw in the front. And a thumb screw in the back. Kind of trying to bring this apart evenly to hold the knife. Now you're supposed to have the knife edge about 5/8 of an inch from the edge of the holder. And we want this spaced on the side evenly. Should be careful too, since we're messing with a sharp blade. Let's bring that down. There we go. Okay. Now if you don't have this base, I think it'd be really difficult, but you'd have to hold it with your hand and use the stones. They give you some honing oil, and that'll pull the dirt off the stone as the metal collects in there. I think for this, because this blade is so damaged, I'm going to start with the extra coarse stone. Some oil in there. With the .20-degree angle. Oh, moved on me a little. Loosen the back screw and tighten the front one a little more. There we go. Now it says to always use the stone into the blade and do 2-inch strokes starting from the back. It is taking material off. Because this tip is so bad, I'm going to take a little extra time on the tip. It is keeping the edge a consistent angle. Let me wipe that off so I can show you. The edge. You can see quite a bit of material was taken off, and those pits and grooves are gone. So I'm pretty hopeful that this knife will be revitalized. There is a little bit of pitting still on the tip. Hopefully, I'm going to do the other side. that it will help bring that out. Just put a little more oil on it here. 20-degree angle. Okay, since this is free, have to hold this, and the base helps, but this will just spin when I'm pushing it, so I have to hold on to this piece. What I do like the fact that I can just flip it around and not unattach it and have to turn the blade. Okay, I'm going to move to the coarse stone, from the extra coarse to the coarse stone. I don't think I can get every bit of pitting out of there, but this knife should be a great deal sharper. Seems like the tip is the most difficult part to get. But there's definitely a major improvement so far. Now I'll move to the medium stone, 280 grit medium stone. Okay. You can see the material that's coming off there. Now we'll move on to the next stone, which is the blue one here. And that is the 600 fine. Okay. Okay. Now, for the last stone, which will be the 1000 grit ultrafine. Now, if you buy the diamond stones, you don't use honing oil. You would use water and a toothbrush to get the metal bits out. But for these stones, you use the honing oil to bring the metal to the surface. You can tell when your stone starts to catch or run too smooth and isn't really doing anything. Okay. Let's see. If that made a difference. Yeah, that's pretty sharp. Okay, now that we're done with the kitchen knife, I'm going to sharpen this pocket knife. The edge is already relatively sharp, pretty sharp, so I won't need to start with the coarse. Probably start with the medium, maybe not even the medium. Let's see. Yeah. Bring that back a little. Trying to get this gap pretty even. Okay. Let's start with the medium. There we go. I'm gonna go with the 25. Since this edge is already sharp, it's taking a lot less pressure, a lot less time to clean it up. Yep. Let's move to the 600. Get some of this metal out of there. There we go. Yes, much less effort than the kitchen knife that was in bad repair. Plus this SOG knife's a better quality knife, better quality steel. So if this was not the deluxe and this was the normal version, this would be the finest stone that would come with it. So since this is the deluxe, we have one more finer stone, which is the 1000 grit. Stone. Should polish that edge up pretty fine. Okay, so we ran through 3 different grits on that. Let's see, pretty sharp. Which, pretty decent. So, my review of this sharpening system. Overall, it did what it's supposed to do. I could sharpen a really beat up knife all the way to a sharp edge. Is it worth the extra money for the deluxe? Well, if you're gonna take a knife that has nicks and dings out of it, you're gonna need the extra coarse stone. You could buy that separately, but it's just better just to buy the deluxe, and then you get the extra fine to bring it down to a sharp edge. Even for the knife that already has a sharp edge, the extra fine really polished that end. Maybe the strop stone is worth purchasing. That's an additional $10, but I don't think it was necessary. This is sharper than it's been. The base has place for screws that you could mount it to a workbench. Is it necessary? I don't know if it was necessary. When I held it without the base, I could sharpen just fine. Is it nice to have? Yes, it's nice to have. It's a nice to have purchase, not a necessity purchase. The carrying case also has an extra thumb screw and a flathead screw to replace this thumb screw if you were to hit it while you're sharpening. And I didn't have to use that. I never hit this with the knives, probably for a larger knife or a more angled blade or more angle. You might hit that, but it came with it, and it would only be on the one side because once you turn it over, obviously it's not going to hit. So, but it is included. Is it worth buying the deluxe? Yes, I think so. You need the extra fine stone to bring it to a really fine edge. Would the strop stone be worth the money? That's up to you. I think that finer polish would be, I would like to get the strop stone and add that to my kit to bring that to the finer polished edge. Overall, this was a good buy for a $50 system. It did an excellent job on several different knives, and I'm pleased with it. Thanks for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, and also subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching.